The goal of the edicts project is to provide prospective tenants with better information about the expected costs of heating and cooling prior to lease signing. And this project was motivated by initial work that we did with first low-income folks and then secondly landlords and tenants, which has a fairly large overlap around energy use post-lease signing. And so we focused in on an issue that in a climate like Pittsburgh is important to tenants post-lease signing, not fully evident in advertisements, and relates to our original interest in energy use, namely utility bills. And it takes a fair amount of effort to find much information about utility bills prior to lease signing, and it's hard to interpret that information. And so we tried to provide better information about utility bills to prospective tenants through the edicts website. We are very focused on Pittsburgh right now because that's where our data is and that's where we have on-the-ground experience. But we are collaborating with a local startup called Rent Jungle that was founded by a CMU alum, and we're hoping that we'll be able to deploy some of our software services through that startup. edicts is important to individuals who are thinking about what apartment to rent because it can impact their bottom line and help them to be more sustainable. But it's also important because of the way in which it leverages multiple prospective tenants to collect a new kind of data about apartments and their utilities and their infrastructure. And it's also important because we're dealing with a multi-stakeholder system, and if we can empower individuals to consider these things, we can begin to provide a way of pressuring landlords, perhaps, to think about upgrading their infrastructure or providing better services around energy use. Finally, we believe that the kind of data that we're collecting can impact policymakers. So we hope to have an impact at multiple levels with edicts.